Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm really excited to share with you a clearance plant haul for a Japanese maple that I found for literally $20 at my local store here, and they were clearing out these Japanese maples, and I have actually been looking at this for the last few weeks, and I just happened to be there today and they were on clearance for $20, and I just had to bring home one of these beauties. So this is a beautiful Japanese maple. It is called Inabe-shidare, and it is a beautiful kind of a weeping habit Japanese maple. It will get about 8 feet tall to about 6 feet wide, and it's going to basically has lace-leaf foliage that is purple red color all summer, and then it is going to be a very bright red in the fall, and it is a fast growing weeping plant, and it is can be used as a specimen plant and also for small space gardening. So it's not something that will get too tall, and it's also quite fast growing. So what attracted me towards this one is because it has such delicate lacy foliage that I feel like it is going to add a lot of texture in my garden. I'm going to plant it in my part shade shady garden and see how it's going to do. I know that it's going to probably color the best when it receives a lot more sun, but I can also see that a lot of it is scorched because of the direct sun it was sitting in. So I think this one would probably do the best in part shade and more protected position from the wind. So I'm actually thinking of planting this one in my shade border over here somewhere in between these two hostas. I have a spot there that I've been meaning to add something. And when I saw this Japanese maple, I thought I would give it a shot and add it there, because for many reasons this color will look really good there, and I think this one can tolerate a bit of shade, and as it grows taller it will receive sun from this opening between the trees. So excited to add it in this shade garden here, and you know, experience this tree in my garden and see how this grows and performs over the next few years. I can see a lot of new growth on it, and the color is quite vibrant red on this one here. So really excited to find this at a phenomenal price, and excited to add this beautiful tree in my garden. It's quite a bit tall as well, so it's kind of nice to see something that is tall like this already. So it's going to be well on its way to growing here. So I'm going to get this in the ground and I'll show you how this looks when I'm all done. Here it is. I have planted the Inabe-shidare in this spot here, and I actually really love it. The only thing I have to watch for is it's going to get enough sun here to thrive. So this spot I will be watching for the next few weeks and seeing how this plant is doing in this spot. Ideally, I want it to settle in this spot and thrive. So I'm hoping that it likes this spot and it's able to get some dappled sun, that it can do well in this spot. If not, I will move it to a different spot. But for now, I think I'm happy with where I have planted it. I dug a hole twice the size and filled it with some fresh manure, just because my soil here isn't the best. So I did give it some reinforcement. Typically I don't like to add too many things if the soil is good. I like trees and shrubs to adapt to the native soil, but because the soil is still not the best, I did give it some manure. And then I also have a hosta in another spot that I moved behind it, because I think that will kind of be nice once it fills in, and add a little kind of foliage at the base. Although this tree is going to be a weeping variety, I can always limit up to the height I want the weeping to start. So that's the good thing about the tree, is that you can train it the way you want it to kind of shape and be in your garden. So I think the goal for the next 2 to 3 years would be to kind of have this tree settle and thrive in this spot. And if by the time fall approaches and I feel like this tree is not settling in this spot, I will move it in the fall to a different location where it can get some more sun, and we'll see how it does. But for now, it's a good way for me to try this tree in this spot. And I have been struggling to grow things in the shade, and I think if this one does well, it will be a good home for it, a good permanent home for it. So with that, I wanted to thank you all for watching this video. If you have an Inabe-shidare in your garden, do let me know in comments below. How big is your tree? What do you love about it? And have you planted it in full sun or part shade, or even in more shade like I am? I like to experiment with plants, and I like to stretch their limits a little bit to see if I can find something that will work. And it's always nice to be able to do that, but I watch it with a lot of care, because if I see something struggling or not doing well, I'm not afraid to move it to a different spot, because I really do not want to lose it. I mean, I love this one, and I think it's going to look very pretty in the garden. So thank you again for watching this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you found it useful, and I hope everyone is having a fabulous day wherever you're joining me from.